I didn't know they literally like come get you and they're like, you gotta go. I'm Marcellas, and I'm gonna do it with style. I gotta go.
Marcellas, go on in.
Find a great room, just yell. Right. Your room sucks.
Yeah.
It didn't click into us that there would be a bedroom so close to the bathroom.
We can fuck. We gotta slap.
No, this is the bedroom right here.
We were actually gonna stay on the cots. Yeah, but God, that would suck.
No, really?
Yeah, that's one.
What's this?
We kept running back and forth, and it was like panicking.
I thought that door was locked.
Open! Open! There's gotta be another bedroom.
We are such losers.
Is this better than the other one?
Where's
I
the
want
other
to
one?
find the other one.
10 seconds left, guys.
The other one is near the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, we might. Well, if we end up with this one.
Here you go, guys.
Let's go. Come on, girls. Josh, I don't like.
Keeping it right there. Keeping it real for him.
He's got this big personality and he tempers it with humor, which is nice, but he will crack under the pressure.
I could tell by the way Marcellas was looking at me that he was already getting a little jealous.
Who's gonna follow you?
Marcellas is.
No.
He pretty much fell into a trap. By putting it on him, all of a sudden he's playing second fiddle to me.
Marcellas has the floor. This is his moment. I am from Chicago. What do? I'm in advertising. That's it. Nothing is outgoing or loud as this one. I'm just, that's all.
I say we get Marcellas out. It's best to get the most negative energy out of the house as early as possible. My thing is, I think we should concentrate on getting Marcellas out.
Yep.
It's pretty much that simple.
And you know what? And it's nothing against the guy.
It's just, it's going to get negative as it
He
is.
doesn't seem happy to be here from the
He
start.
doesn't.
He snaps it. He kind of snaps at people.
And he's too.
That's not cool.
We all, almost as a block, picked them out as having a very negative vibe.
I am getting out against my own will.
That's right.
For the better good of the house.
Whatever.
Obviously, I was pissed. Not at Danielle, but pissed because I'm a competitor and I really want to win every single competition.
I could care less about the meat, but I knew it was to our advantage not to win it.
I didn't want to come down out of the tree. I'd still be sitting in that tree if it was up to me.
We have a winner.
Can you make me get out of the tree?
There'll be a lot more competition.
Walking around pissed off. Going to bed early. Not a good first day strategy.
Joshua came into my room.
So there's a good vibe in the house. But I'm trying to do what Marcellas is, trying to make him feel like I'm his friend. Again, I don't like being clueless, and that makes me nervous. Between you and me.
He wanted to gauge me and size me up and that whole thing, and I was trying to give him as little information as possible because I do want people to underestimate me and to play me like I'm stupid.
Yeah, you probably feel like, what the hell did you bring me here for? I don't hate you, I love you. You're my ducky.
He was talking about being in a thong on the beach.
He's gay, right?
I would think. Yeah.
Before I came into the Big Brother house, I was worried about how I was going to control my image because I think if you try to play this like I'm not gay thing, which I'm obviously not capable of doing, then you're done. You've lost.
Oh, yeah. I would say yes. Don't you think?
Yeah, I think so.
I think people know, but nobody's been like direct enough to ask.
If he's not, we're really sorry.
I didn't want it to be like this sort of announcement, but then I know it's coming and I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, and you know, all I can do is wear my cashmere sweater and clutch my pearls and hope for the best. Am I having a problem? I'm terribly tormented, but I'm tormented about so many things. Tanya's bad hair color. I'm tormented about the lizards.
You're so stupid.
You are so on crack. Okay.
I'm tormented about how shiny I am because of this LA humidity.
Pink is the hot color today, isn't it?
Holy mackerel.
I really want Tanya gone, and I really want Lori gone. I'm not even really spending that much time with Tanya, but every time I catch earshot of her, it's my 5 kids, my divorce, blah, blah, blah.
Now my other daughter, my 6-year-old, I'm gonna have some serious problems with her.
And I'm hating her outfits. I'm hating those huge phony breasts and the bad teeth bleaching. The stylist in me is like, you've got to go because I can't look at this anymore. And the same thing could be said of Lori. Lori in that denim romper. That overall thing that was bad enough. And then she put that pink fuzzy tank top under it. And I was like, wow. Those were courageous choices, but bad ones. Marcellas, you are a marked man.
Okay, guys, as head of household, I had to have 2 nominees. My choice was Marcellas, and it was Lori. Marcellas, I have chosen you because although I feel I've made a connection with you, and I feel as though we've gotten along, I don't feel like you've made a strong effort to be comfortable with everybody as a group.
Marcellas is very much still in the game. Watch and see. Honey. I was sad for her because she was so sad.
The game is on. I'm so aware of it.
It's not about feeling good or bad, guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're not doing it right.
I'm not doing it, and that's part of my thing. Oh my God, I didn't do the shake right.
Well, maybe if you learn the shake, you'll stay.
And I do consider it stabbing me in the back. I do, because I was like nice to her before she was head of household.
I like this shirt. Where's this from?
It's actually vintage. It's a Camisa Cubano.
You're right. I couldn't see why anyone would think you're gay.
It's out. The horse is out of the barn. Yes, I'm black. And yes, I'm homosexual. And I think, well, I think everybody knew.
The rumors are true.
Like, he wears a bathrobe. Hello?
He owns a bathrobe.
Like, everyone kind of knows, or everyone's kind of asking, so you should be proud of who you are.
I won the bet.
You want to stay? Are you going to be happy?
That's the question.
You know what I mean? You gotta think so. I mean, everybody's getting on your nerves.
Everybody's getting on my nerves.
Right?
I just can't believe that bitch played me like that, because I thought I was playing her right. She was one of the few people that I was like stroking at first. Yeah, you know what I mean?
It could be that maybe people are influenced by other people. You know? So, I mean, too bad they don't give us immunity challenges. That would even make it even more interesting.
And had to like figure out a way to open up and be a little friendlier and give them something different. Give them a reason not to get rid of me. And then there was a moment where I was like almost in tears outside, and I was like, I can't be the black guy that cries. The last guy cried.
PCDs.
It just started flowing, and it was actually probably the most fun I've had in this house.
And you wonder why I've been like so standoffish. I've got more baggage than right now. I've been running around without a script. I've been bumping the walls.
They felt, and she was speaking the truth, Lisa was speaking the truth about why she set you up. She felt a negative vibe, you know, and I kicked myself for having listened to it and swallowed it, because me of all people should have known that you were vamping. You know what I mean? I mean, you were queening out, and
there was a lot of talk that first night about Marcellas and his negative energy and how it wasn't about his being gay, but that was a smokescreen, and I'm angry at myself for that. It is homophobic.
Sweetheart, the minute you opened your mouth, I knew who you were, you know. And I wasn't about to call it, because that's you, you know. That's you to call out, you know. That's you to set up.
I am terrifically happy that Jerry, who I trust, won the power, the veto, and I do hope that he saves me.
Marcellas, your turn.
Before I knew about the alliance, I turned to you and I said, I'm so absolutely honored to have been nominated with you. I saw you trying so hard to save me when I didn't want to save myself. Do I want to stay? If anything I've done has made you think for one single second that I don't want to stay and I don't want to play the game, I'm sorry, because that was not my intent at all. I'm down. It just took me a while to get down.
Well said, Marcellas.
Word.
I agreed with everything that Marcellas had to say. Everything he said made sense. It made me feel better.
Not at all impressed with what Marcellas had to say. I've always said if he survives his first round, you better watch out.
I have made a decision that I am going to veto someone's nomination. And then I'm going to tell you why. Marcellas, I'm going to veto your nomination.
When Jerry gave me my life back, when Jerry saved my soul, when Jerry threw himself on the knife, it was amazing.
Nope. Nope.
It has become a morality play. It's become good versus evil. It's become Touched by an Angel versus Baywatch. Everybody wants to be wanted.
She's
Beautiful people and the normal people.
Is that what you feel like?
That's what I feel like. Everybody wants to be one of the popular crowd.
I won't be going the way I want to go, but I'll be doing it for the sake of the group.
You're almost like, woof, I'll do whatever you want me to do as long as you keep me a member of the clique.
I don't know that group exists.
Yeah. Marcellas, I have chosen you.
I call Marcellas my little brother. He's the son my parents never had. He wasn't interacting with the other house guests. That's what was really frustrating. And I'm yelling at the television, no, go and talk to people. Get that hot tub. Oh. But I knew what he was doing. He was actually sitting back, being the observer.
When they nominated him to be evicted, he already changed his strategy. He came out of his shell.
When Marcellas was leaving, he said, there is no runner-up in this beauty pageant, and I believe him.
Amy is my best friend in the house. Amy is one of the few people in this house that I will continue to have a relationship with outside this house. I mean, I love Lori. In a lot of ways, I think that Lori sacrificed herself for me, and I will be forever grateful for Lori doing that. I vote to evict Lori.
Lori, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Very well.
Lori's departure was really hard for me. Vote to keep Amy was really a struggle. And then for it to come down 5-4, it's like, well, if I had gone the other way, and there was a moment where I thought I should go the other way, she would still be here. It's dramatic. I was really sad when Lori left.
But you know why I voted Lori out? Is that Lori was great one day, and the next day you didn't know what she was thinking.
I cannot express to you how sorry I am to see you go. And I hope someday that I can do something for you in the same manner in which you did for me.
The painting of a chair is in the living room. Congratulations, Marcellas. You are the new head of household. Lisa will hand you the key to your new room. And I want to thank everybody. Congratulations, Marcellas.
I think we should concentrate on getting Marcellas out.
Yep. Marcellas, I have chosen you.
Marcellas, I'm going to veto your nomination.
And now, the tide has turned, and now I am head of household.
Marcellas, you are the new head of household.
Is this the biggest comeback in Big Brother history or what?
Wow. Don't let her in now, Marcellas.
When Lori was like walking out the door, I was like, that should have been me.
Outhouse to the penthouse.
Let's see what they brought you.
Let's see. Paydays.
Slippers.
That's awesome.
Chocolate chunk. I'm so proud of Marcellas. He is completely the comeback kid.
This is hysterical. I'm this crazy, huge, raw almond boy. This is this amazing source of protein.
I'm really happy that he got head of household. I'm glad that if anyone else had to get it, it was Marcellas because I love Marcellas. I feel safe with Marcellas.
All right, Marcellas. So who's up?
For what?
Nominations.
Okay, I'm going to say this, and I want you guys to spread it. I don't want anyone to ask me who I'm going to nominate.
Okay. All right.
I don't want anyone else working their agenda. The only agenda I want worked, as far as the nominations are concerned, are my own. The decision is going to be my own.
no one will know until it hits the table really what I'm thinking and why.
He's really, really pushing us all away as far as asking any questions, and I have no idea how he's going to handle this.
If someone broaches that subject with me, I may give them a warning, but it may actually put their heads on the block. It's always made me upset when I've seen people get ahead because of their avarice and their greed and their meanness. And when I see somebody who's dishonorable like that, it just really, it offends me. I just hate him. Because I think he's just the vilest human being ever. Winning nominations, that's all I care about now. Going to lay down. I'm exhausted.
One thing that's been very interesting and I think very cool to me is to see this relationship between Amy and Marcellas develop.
I don't think there was a particular moment that I can remember that Amy and I sort of clicked. One day we just started laughing. That was what really sort of brought us together. Dim all the lights.
Shut up, Marcellas!
Oh, sorry.
Or I have to beat your ass.
Sometimes opposites attract. It just works. They're both princesses and they both, you know, can share beauty secrets.
Are your nails wet or is it just your toes are wet?
No, I'm pretty wet. What is it?
I need a cleanser. No, I need the scrub. It's pink.
Marcellas and I are great friends. We're both kind of snooty.
I gotta iron my outfit. I'm wearing vintage helmet lane. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
We're gossip queens. There were these people in my hometown. Ugliest man, ugliest woman. But they had some pretty cute kids, and I was always like, wonder how that happened.
The ugly canceled each one out.
We can sit and gossip about people for hours and hours, but we just laugh and laugh and laugh.
See, I don't find Eric attractive at all.
Not my type.
But Roddy. Amy and I would never have met if it was not for this house. Are you sure you ain't black under there?
We relate on so many levels. It's like we have an air of superiority because when we're out in our outside lives, we don't hang out with people like this. we don't. I think Marcellas is probably my best friend in the house. Come on, Marcellas, I gotta paint my nails after we do this.
Yes, Missy Amy, I'm coming right now. I cannot imagine being in this house without her, because there's nobody who has been as real with me as she has.
Say,
surprise, surprise, surprise!
Josh and Tanya, I nominated you for eviction from the house. It is no secret, Josh, that we have had problems from day one. This has nothing to do with the original six. This has nothing to do with an alliance. This has nothing to do with the friends that I have made in this circle. I looked at Josh's behavior within the house, and I thought that it was disruptive to the house. And I let his actions speak louder than any words that anybody else said about him or any words that he said. We can choose to play the game in the manner in which we want to play it. The manner in which he chose to play it, I did not like, and I thought it was destructive to the house. Tanya, unfortunately, somebody has to be a pawn. You've never been anything but kind to me from day one. It's not personal, Josh, but well, it is personal.
Yeah, obviously it is.
You undercut me and you undercut several people, and I think that at the bottom of everything, it's that.
I respect your decision. I really do, Marcellas. I have no problem.
Again, I'm sorry. And I am truly...
That's cool, bro.
Sorry.
Jason would understand.
I kind of figured you'd play it that way. I would have played it that way, too.
It was like, that's what you should do. I thought, okay, put one of the popular people in, put Lisa in, put Eric in.
It's much better.
Too risky.
It's much better that you didn't. It's much better that you didn't. You were so eloquent.
I made a speech at the nomination for eviction ceremony, that I thoroughly in that moment believed.
And I think you know that. For me, the game is about things like integrity, things like kindness.
At the risk of sounding trite, you were very butch. You know, I mean, you know, in a good masculine way.
Here I am, thinking I'm this, like, good person or trying to be as good as I can possibly be, and I'm beginning to sort of change. I'm beginning to play the game more.
Just understand that what I said at the table was right, and that was what I had to do.
In terms of not being evicted from the house, at this point I feel pretty safe.
It's beginning to be easier for me to do the things which I have rallied against.
I'd love for you to have that, because I'd love for what I did to stand.
Got that right. Amy do the same thing. I mean,
it simply has to stand, but even if it doesn't stand, it falls back on me, and I'm not going to turn on.
No, I know you're not going to turn on us.
I'm becoming diabolical. I'm beginning to embrace sort of everything I would need to do, be it good or bad, in order to win the game.
Even Marcellas and Danielle don't face what I face, being a Jewish person. They don't, and they never will. I don't think I have Jason's vote at this juncture. Hopefully he'll come around.
And I just told him flat out, I said, Josh, I don't know where I stand right now.
I make no bones about my dislike for Josh. Josh came to the HOH room.
Hello. If I come in?
Not at all.
It's just me.
Danielle was in the room.
Do you want me to leave, Josh?
Not at all.
Okay. And Josh basically laid it all out on the table.
While I might have made things disruptive in the house, they're not based on house reasons. They're based on reasons that, not to play a card, but both of you should be able to truly understand. I was hoping to get Danielle on my side to veto my ass out of that spot. That's what I say. The racisms that we face are different. You always get it behind your back. It's always behind your back. I get it right to my face. I do really think that I did quality work in that room.
Even though I want to believe Josh, I don't believe Josh.
I'm not one to screw with. Just remember.
Oh my God.
Where was that?
I don't know.
I can't believe she says she's not one to screw with. I did have a problem with her threat. And I'm always for the underdog. I don't like to see people be bullied.
You're on the block. You might want to try being on your best behavior.
If she's got something to say, she should say it to my face.
You should have asked her if she said something because she didn't say anything.
Because she just got into it.
At least that's better than how you played it.
And how did I play it?
You ran out there screaming at her, treating her like...
I can treat her however I want to.
No, you can't.
She can talk to me. I can talk right back to her.
Best case scenario is that, you know, Danielle and Jason, who probably thought that Tanya was an angel, see her in a little different light, and they vote to get rid of her.
I still think the votes are there for Tanya to stay, but one never knows.
Time to check in with Marcellas on his last day as this week's head of household. Hi, Marcellas.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm very, very good.
Now,
How are you?
I'm very good as well, thank you. Now, I just want to remind you that the other house guests cannot hear our conversation, so you can speak candidly, okay?
Absolutely.
Great. Now, it wasn't long ago that you were on the chopping block, and now here you sit as head of household. How do you feel about that?
It's been, I mean, the whole experience of coming to the house has been amazing. One of the best experiences of my life. But truly, the way that that went, being on the chopping block, being out the door, having my bags packed, to being vetoed, to winning head of household, having the power to nominate someone else, it's just been amazing. It's
to say the least.
To say the least.
Do you have any regrets about nominating Josh or Tanya for eviction?
Honestly, no, I don't. I nominated the two people that I had the biggest problems with at the onset. I think for the good of the house, either one of them could go. You know, I've stated my mission since I've been here about, you know, keeping things beautiful and keeping the game above par.
Okay.
So,
well, you and Amy have spent a lot of time together. How would you describe your relationship with her?
Amy is my girl. It makes me happy to lay eyes on her every day. She's funny, she's kind, she's sweet, she's witty.
Okay, and she doesn't get on your nerves at all?
Ooh, she gets on my nerves a little
Okay,
bit, but
okay.
that's part of it.
Okay. Well, last question. Since you cannot be head of household for 2 weeks in a row, who would you least like to see as the next head of household, and why?
First, I'm really upset I can't be head of household 2 weeks in a row. I would honestly least like to see Jerry be head of household. I found out a lot of things about Jerry and how he's played the game, and
You think you'd be in danger if he was?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But I don't trust him as much as I once did.
I will leave it at that. Thank you, Marcellas. You can rejoin the others.
Thank you, Julie.
Sure. Tanya, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
I have nominated Amy and Marcellas. Marcellas, I've put you up simply because I know that you're a vote for Amy. It's nothing personal. I think you're a magnificent person, and I look forward to keeping in touch with you for years. I'm doing it purely out of a strategy reason because I know that you'll support her and you two are close, and I'm just doing it because I know that I think it's Amy's time to go, and by you being on the block, make sure that that's going to happen.
How is this game gone? Everybody puts up the decoy, and the decoy ends up leaving. I.e., I'm, quote unquote, the decoy this time, and I'm out. These people are horrible. These people are awful. Amy has been she's taken this nomination personally, and she's been very sad about it. She seems to be defeated.
Amy?
What?
Why do I have to walk through the house yelling Amy?
I'm gonna finish my cheese and I'll go outside.
Come on, let's just go. Take your cheese and your cheese-eating nightmare and let's
I
go.
don't want him to see me eating the cheese.
It's not the best image I've ever seen of you.
One of my first comments to Amy was,
Amy, we really have to do this high-end.
I know, Marcellas.
I don't want to turn against Amy. I don't want this to be about what's wrong with Amy or me stabbing Amy in her back.
That is the most disgusting display I've ever seen. Now bring your little ass home.
Have I said I feel badly, guys?
Yeah.
Reddy, we can't make this feel better for you, but you really need to go away from us. You do. I'm sorry, I can't sit here and pretend like this is fine with me, because it's not fine with me.
Okay.
Damn, Marcellas.
It's hard enough. It's not making it any easier. You know that? You had to put Tanya up. You didn't want to do it. I can't believe you'd forget so quickly.
Above and beyond, how I feel about Amy, I do think that Amy's made mistakes within this game, in this house. The problem I have is that what happens during this game and what's happened the past 2 times is that the decoy ends up going out. So it just seems like I'm on the block and I'm toast. I truly believe that I will be gone on Thursday. I was supposed to be the one gone first week. Lori's gone. Josh, as far as I was concerned, was supposed to be the one, and he's still here.
This is completely independent of the stuff before. I literally would stake my life on the fact that it might even be a unanimous vote against Amy.
He said that this whole thing was some bizarre setup, and that he thought it was so important that Amy go.
I wouldn't trust Amy for 5 seconds. I don't trust her. She's a one-way street. She's probably not a completely malicious person, but in a situation like this, to not care about other people's feelings says a lot.
I wanted to kind of draw it out and be like, okay, Roddy, Eric, what are you guys gonna do for me? But then, why bother? Because everybody knows I'm bringing Amy.
Let's go!
Oh my God! Yay! I thought America would hate me.
I love you, Marcy. Oh, look at my oysters.
Yippee!
Oh my God, Marcellas.
Oh
Bring me a
my
citron. No,
God.
I'm not I love scallops.
Oh my. That's a pretty plate.
We really enjoyed gossiping and talking about everybody. Roddy would go on fishing trips to Alaska. Jerry, he's sucking up so hard right now. Kiara's a whore. Roddy's stabbing everybody in the back. It hurt my feelings that Roddy nominated me. And it hurt my feelings that he said the things that he said about me. You know, he didn't have to come out and paint me to be the biggest bitch on the planet.
So let's talk about something other than this game.
Okay.
I really think I'm going back to school when I'm done with this.
I don't know what I want. That's the thing. I take that back. I do. I want a normal, just a normal little relationship. I've never had it. I never did before because I always prided myself on being single, independent. You know, I don't need anybody. I don't need people.
When you talk to Amy, you're not talking to Amy. Amy's talking to you. And it's one-sided.
Marcellas is a wonderful date. I think I'm just going to start dating gay men from now on because gay men know how to please a girl. I'm so happy that I met you. You know, you're definitely someone that I will always keep in touch with, and you will be my friend for life.
Dinner was like bittersweet for me because it's sad because Amy may be leaving or I may be leaving. So it's sad.
I do a lot of thinking in bed, and Marcellas thinks too. So I turned to Marcellas and I said, you know, I know we want to get rid of Jerry, and I know we want to get rid of Josh. Marcellas, if we look at it, it's you, me, Jason, Jerry, and Josh. That's 5 against 4. Do you see what I'm saying? I said we need to keep Jerry and Josh, which makes it 5-4, to break up the couples.
What we need to do today is reconfirm Jason and Nicolette. Come in here, Jason.
Yes, sir.
We've been thinking. You know, if you work with us, we have Marcellas, myself, and you. That's 3. We know Jerry won't vote for Marcellas or myself, and Josh won't vote for me, and he won't vote for you, because I saved Josh. My vote was the deciding vote. We need to keep Jerry and Josh longer, and we need to break up the couple. Once we get rid of one of them, then we outnumber, and then we can start playing the game.
I'm sure your decision's already made, so Marcellas, go ahead, honey.
Marcellas didn't choose to say anything. Fair enough. Take this off, put it in the box, close it.
And these people give their words, and they smile in your face, and they stab you in the back 1,000,000 times a day. Yes, I'm nervous about the impending eviction.
That's the way it's going to appear. I know it would just be really nice if I could have something.
Do I have any fears about Amy saying she doesn't want to be unanimously voted out? I'm not going to campaign against you. I'm not going to campaign against you. No.
I am used to getting exactly what I want. There's nothing that I can remember wanting that I haven't gotten. Call me Veruca Salt. Everything I've wanted, I've gotten. Tomorrow's Vote Amy Off Day. Vote for Amy. I know y'all are all going to anyway. Very important. I have a very important date Thursday night.
The longer that girl stays, the more she gets on my nerves. I don't think it's going to be unanimous because I don't think there's a way in hell that Josh will vote for me anyway.
I'm sorry that I've been moody and bawling in recent hours. Marcellas hurt my feelings. It just bothers me because he's like, why are you so selfish? Why don't you just want to sacrifice yourself for somebody else? And I'm like, well, why are you so selfish that you can't give up one vote when you know you're staying in the house anyway?
She's out there right now. Now she's saying that I don't even want her to have one vote.
You gonna talk to her? You ever heard of the terminology nip it in the bud? We're gonna nip it in the bud. Question. Did you say that you don't think Marcellas wants you to have any one vote?
No.
Okay, Amy, listen to this.
If any one person in this house wanted to vote for you, they could.
I know that.
So don't run around here playing martyr.
I'm not playing martyr, and
You
Marcellas
sat
has
outside
nothing to do
Amy,
with you.
You sat outside at that table just now and said he does not want me to have even one vote. And that is a lie. I have held your hand, given you counsel, bent over backwards to be your friend, even to my own derision, which puts me in this position now. So please forgive me if I don't want the door to be open at all to the possibility that I could be voted out of this house. I have not done that. You did.
No, I didn't.
You did. I don't care if you meant to, you did.
I'm not stabbing you in the back.
Whatever, Amy. You have been the one running around here playing this card and playing it hard.
Marcellas, I don't want to stay here.
Then what are you talking about? I have not campaigned against you.
I know
and
that.
I don't know what this unanimous vote
But I
and why
haven't
you're playing
campaigned
that
against
game.
you, and I'm not trying to play anything. I've tried to talk, Marcellas. I've tried to make you understand this. I've tried. There's no way that I would ever campaign against you or stab you in the back. That's not what it's about.
Now, if they want to get rid of me, they can. And they can put it under the guise of sympathy for her. But I do want to stay.
She cried, he yelled, he queened out. So they kissed and they made up.
I don't want it to be unanimous. I wish I could, because
Marcellas,
the truth is he
please sit
could.
next to me. Please. I'm very sorry, and I don't mean to say anything about you behind your back, because I love you and you're my best friend here. And when I leave here, I still want you as my friend.
The most positive outcome of Amy and my disagreement was a very nice roast. Every time you walked into a room, brightened my day and my life. I did not come here expecting to find a friend. So I am enriched just by meeting you.
I believe Marcellas should stay in the house because he has been nothing but kind and he has played the game fair.
What can I say about Marcellas? He's very mysterious when it comes to how he really feels. He's kind of in with everybody. He's definitely a wild card.
I don't think it's strange at all that Amy and Marcellas are like best friends. He would be my best friend too, just because he's the most genuine person I think in the house, and plus he's funny.
Are you sure you ain't black under there? We relate on so many levels. It's like we have an air of superiority because when we're out in our outside lives, we don't hang out with people like this.
He's my favorite besides Amy.
Oh my gosh, Marcellas!
Marcellas and Amy, they are the oddballs in the house. And oddballs does stick together. I am Marcellas' mommy, and he is my pride and joy. Marcellas is a clean person. Marcellas loves his white bathrobe. He can't do without that white bathrobe. That's like his security blanket. You know, everything is white on Marcellas. You know, white undies, white t-shirt. When Marcellas came out and told me that he was a homosexual, I was saddened by the choice that he made. You teach them to be a good child, you know, but you don't know what they would be.
My mother actually married a minister, and she decided that my sexuality was a sin.
And we know that the world has a way and God has a way.
If there had been any way that I could have changed who I was, that I could have said, you know what, I'm not gay anymore, I would have done it. It was like losing my best friend. My sexuality is such a small part of who I am, and I certainly would hope that the defining thing about me would not be the fact that I am a homosexual male.
He wrote me a letter, and he said, Mommy, it doesn't matter whether I'm right or you're right. It doesn't, because we love each other.
She called me one day and she said that she missed me, and she said she missed her baby, and it was almost like a miracle.
People will say, oh, she's got a faggot for a son, she's got a sissy for a son, she's got a fruity for a son. But it just still goes back to that's my son and I love him. Marcellas is doing has been doing great on the show. Marcellas is not a failure. He does not like to fail at anything.
I'm so happy and proud to have been a part of this whole thing. I want to thank everybody in this room because just by knowing you, I feel that my life has been enriched. I would be very sad to go, but it does make me happy knowing that I'll see you guys again. And we share something very special and we'll always be a part of each other's lives, and you know that, and I'll see you outside.
Nice job. Nice job, Marcellas.
Marcellas is very, very entertaining. The only problem with Marcellas is that people are concerned with his where he's aligning himself.
Marcellas was a person that was a little difficult to get to know. You tend to be a little bit afraid of a person like that because they may be a loose cannon. People don't know exactly where to put him, who he's aligning himself with, and I guess that can be a negative thing in this house.
One of the things I don't like about Marcellas is he could be annoying as hell. And he's so cranky, and it just makes me sick.
Speaking from a strategy point of view, I believe it would be good for the girls if Marcellas went sooner than later.
House guests, the wait is over.
Yay, Bucky!
Now, just a reminder, when I reveal the results of the vote, the evicted house guest will need to say goodbye, say it quickly, then gather his or her belongings and walk out the front door.
Yes, I'm aware. Thank you.
Here we go. By a vote of 7-0, Amy, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Okay.
Amy's been like the most fun part of my stay here. I will miss her tremendously. In my victory was her defeat, and gosh, that was the most horrible thing.
I know how it feels.
By the unanimous decision of the House, it really, I think, spoke volumes to Marcellas, saying everybody that told me they were going to vote to save me really, in fact, did that.
I don't trust anybody at face value. I mean, these were the very same people who had my bags packed and had me out the door the first week that had totally discounted me as a person.
Yeah. Difficult.
Yeah, dude.
But I'm here. I rushed to unpack because I want to be here. I have another week. It was a sad situation because I'm going to miss my girl, but it was a very happy situation because I am supposed to be here. I don't want to pack that bag again until I'm walking out of here with my $500,000. I think you're magnificent. Your dismissal from here shall be avenged.
Whoa. Final thoughts?
No, let me ask you this.
But
why are you not going after Roddy?
I understand where you're coming from with it, though. He's the most dangerous player in the game.
Right now is optimum time to get rid of him. And then past that, the girls are going to self-destruct.
Do what you got to do. Don't come after me, but get rid of some people that are standing in our way, that are obstacles to us.
Marcellas, you are safe.
Eric is aesthetically pleasing. He's very live and let live, which I admire a lot. Lisa could probably be one of my friends outside of the house. She initially was one of my favorite people in the house, and then she nominated me for eviction. I forgive the members of the original 6, of which Lisa was one, but I can never forget.
Eric, the decision is final. You have been evicted from the Big Brother house.
I cannot wait to see you outside of this, and we will definitely hang out in New York. We'll go shopping together and cause a minor stir.
Well, Josh came right up to me and said that he had seen Jason and Marcellas make a deal, so I went and told Marcellas it.
Josh claims he saw you and Jake shake hands earlier today.
Pushing for Eric to get out?
Yeah. He said you guys had a secret deal, and I'm selling Josh out because I don't care.
What did he tell you?
He told me he was voting to keep Eric.
I vote to evict Eric.
Jason knew that I was looking for support for Eric.
If it stayed the same, would you consider saving Lisa?
It stays as, you know, what it was originally, that he stays and Lee goes, you know.
You know, we're turning into a law firm now where if someone says they're going to do something, you have to make them repeat after you. So I, Jason, will this.
He's allowed to make whatever decision he wants to make.
I just said that. I just wish I could have said goodbye to the kid.
Marcellas, you're safe.
Marcella, would it be wrong to keep him here?
Danielle wants to take this opportunity to get rid of Roddy.
Girl, that would be balls out and crazy. I think that would be, like, ultimately destructive.
Just think about it. It's tempting.
Yeah, it is.
We will need 3 votes to get rid of Roddy.
This is the only time we'll have where one of them is up and not both of them is up, and one of them can walk and leaving the other one just completely weak.
So Marcellas and I were just going back and forth, and I said, if she can't get a head of household next week, we can get rid of her. We were thinking all kinds of scenarios.
He goes, and then we turn around and bam, that bitch goes, and then we are clear.
Boy, my mouth watering, bruh.
Girl, that jugular is exposed. His neck is out here like that.
I was ready to go along with Danielle's plan. The only way I would go through with it is I wanted it to be definite that it was going to work.
We don't have the third vote. I mean, if you think that we can sway Lisa.
I don't know if we can. Jason, I love the boy. He looked me in my eye. He said, I can't do it. And I went, that's fine. I mean, hey.
I don't want to go to bed.
And of course she went to Jerry, who has supposedly been on our side.
And the fact that we were just told that we may have another house guest in.
Well, I'm more stressed because of the wrinkle, the possibility of Eric coming back. I vote to evict Eric.
He's the most determined one to come back than all the other ones.
Now, Jerry's thinking is if Eric comes back, he's a dead man.
And then if he comes back and we're right back where he was because his allegiance will be to Roddy.
And so that got me to thinking. I want to run, in my head, worst case scenario and a plan beyond that.
Well, we'll talk again about it.
She's such a liar.
She's the biggest liar.
I mean, I'm sorry, I can't believe you. You turned on Lisa, who was your girl. You lied to me. You've done so many things.
She's got to go. And the only way we can get her out is get him out.
She's not strong if Roddy's not in the picture.
Well, honestly, I think Roddy is more dangerous than her. That's right. We need to get rid of him. Because Roddy's her backbone. That's right.
Jerry followed me in the bathroom to sort of give me the heads up that Josh wanted to talk to me.
He just came up to me and told me that expect to be worked by,
Josh, he said that Jerry's in if you're in.
Jerry's in do what?
Change the votes.
And if you have a conversation with A, it goes to B, C, D, and E, and F, and comes right back to A.
Well, he wants me to vote against you.
You tell him I'm aware of the fact that you swore to Rod you would never campaign against him. Could you do that?
I might try, but I know who I am.
Josh, you seem to think Kiara's collusion and Roddy's collusion is the reason that you're on the block. You are the reason you are on the block. There are 11 people in this house who probably never want to see you again.
Okay.
Every single chance you ever got to go the low road, you went.
That's your opinion, but now you're speaking for 11 people.
Jason? Anyone?
Mr. High Road.
As the object of the original 6, of course, I hate alliances.
That's so funny.
It started out as like a really pleasant conversation between Josh and I. He sort of snuck up on me and waylaid me.
I was the 4th vote for Lori.
The original 6 is still a sore subject with me.
Do you know why I was the fourth vote for Lori? Because I was the one who had to go out here and tell Lori everything that went down and what her story was and that she was safe. I'm telling you straight out, Marcellas, even Amy would have voted you out that first week. You would have been gone.
You guys are still here where I left you?
Yeah, I'm out though. He comes and bam, shows me his true face once again, and it's as ugly as if he ripped his skin back off of his head.
Please tell me what's going on, Marcellas. Were you in the diary room? No. He was outside with Josh. That'll do it.
I think I just hurt Marcellas' feelings.
Why?
We wound up getting into the first week again. And I told him if he wasn't vetoed, no matter how much he turned things around, he was still gone.
Truth hurts.
I know it does.
Truth may set you free, though.
I need to know right now, what was it at the beginning of this game that made every single person in this house hate me?
It was very important once I decided that I wanted to be here and I opened up and I sort of let people in that I'd be liked and I'd be understood. The place where Josh took me was, no matter who you are, no matter how much you gave, the deck was still stacked against you.
Marcellas, I'm gonna go flip out. There's no reason to speak like that, and there's no reason to be starting drama. He's a sad, confused kid. Trust me, I know him a lot better than he thinks. It's that type of person in this house that has made us all turn our backs and wonder who's behind us. I'm sick and tired of it.
This is pointless.
It's not pointless. It's not pointless. It's not pointless. I'm sick and tired of it.
Josh is one of the vilest people I've ever met in my life. Josh has been nothing but an irritant within the house. Roddy was one of the first people that I thought was a threat because he's so smart and because he's very, very charming. He's in a very vulnerable position this week, being up at all, being nominated. His jugular is exposed, and you almost want to get the most popular players out at all costs.
Josh, you are evicted from the Big Brother house. Marcellas, if you want Amy to return, raise your red paddle. If you want Eric back in the house, raise your black paddle. Thank you. Congratulations, Amy. You have won the right to walk back into the house, back into the game. You can go on into the house any minute you feel.
I feel so amazingly blessed that Amy's back. Above and beyond the strategy, I just feel so happy to have my friend back. Don't like the braids too much, but everything else I love.
Marcellas and I had a great conversation on a hammock tonight. I've had a bit of a reputation where people think that maybe I'm, and for Marcellas' word, masterminding everything.
So we sort of just talked about his relationship to Josh and the taint that still hangs on him, and now the taint that hangs on him because of things that Kiara has done. Things that have happened in the house that since Kiara became head of household, I haven't personally agreed with.
What Kiara did, what Joshy did, all that stuff might seem a certain way.
I want everyone to know that there is a separation between the deals you make and the people you spend time with.
Think about my position a minute.
Okay, I'm thinking.
If the world viewed things the way I did, you would never have experienced any crap about being gay or being black your whole life. I like caring about people, and even if it's hard, I do it because people offer love, and I try to give it back.
I'm playing this game straightforward. I don't think Marcellas understands that.
You tell me you have nothing to do with it, and I take you at your word. Because you haven't lied to me.
See, I think Marcellas thinks I could probably win this game. I hope I can trust Marcellas, but see, my concern is, I wonder, does Marcellas have a deal with Roddy?
At the end of the day, I really like the person who Roddy portrays himself to be to me. And I really believe a lot of the things that that person says. Everybody else seems to want to go after Roddy.
I am happy I met you.
Me too, I'm happy I met you.
But I personally am not going after Roddy at this juncture.
We're happy to have Amy.
So what did the devil say?
The devil was nice. The devil was kind.
I'm gonna go.
They work you. I need to know everything that Kiara said to Amy.
I don't know what she said.
But I'll find out tonight.
I'll just tell your girl, remember that they nominated me and you.
I have nominated Amy and Marcellas.
That's it. That's all I have to say. So,
yeah,
while you were gone, Kiara just became this nightmare where she started just backstabbing people. You know, she turned on Lisa. She tried to bully Jason into voting for Eric to keep Eric here. And then she tried to bully me into it, but I wasn't playing that game. Just vote fixing and every single possible thing you could ever imagine. You know, if Roddy's double dealing, he hasn't obviously done it.
You want me to put them up against each other?
I want you to do what you want to do.
Amy is sort of like me. Both of us sort of secretly want Roddy to stay.
Marcellas has a deal with Roddy. I haven't heard it with my ears, but I got this gut feeling that Marcellas made a deal with Roddy.
3 days before the HOH. I get you joined. I'm gonna put Kiara and Jerry. I can't believe that Marcellas
Go get your bathing suit. We're gonna jump in the tub. Let's go.
My bathing suit's in there. I'll roll my pants up.
Yeah.
Roddy is a piece of work. Of course he's like, let's go to the hot tub so he could take off his clothes so I could sit there and have to salivate over that magnificent body and face. I mean, am I gonna like not listen to what he has to say when he's sitting in the water like with just like a pair of skivvies on? I mean, wow.
So what are you thinking about doing? I started to bring this up the other day. I'm here next week. What are you doing?
I know how charming, devastatingly charming Roddy is when he turns it on.
So here's the story. Mr. Hanson, Chicago volunteer. What sounds really he decided to do that. No matter what happens.
I'm in.
You're in. Well, I'm there with you. Feels good, doesn't it?
It's exhilarating. It's the most exhilarated I've been in this game. I like that. I like that a lot.
Marcellas, you're safe.
I'm here to play this game. All I want to do, Marcellas, is make it to the end. I got to make it to the end.
The only problem I truly have ever had with Danielle is that she works her agenda a little too much. She makes this seem so make or break for her family and for her life.
This money means so much to me, because I might not have a job, I'll get back home.
She's worked it way too hard. so hard that it's almost like, you know what? I don't want you to win the money because you've been working me in that angle for so long, so hard. It almost seems like it doesn't have the ring of truth anymore.
I've heard a story from every single person in the house at one time or another, and that the reason why you pulled Jay against me was because you didn't want me to have any support. You wanted Jay to doubt me.
Not true? Yeah, I said that. I said that exactly. And only Marcellas is the one that said that. He told Roddy my plan. Well, Marcellas, you're playing me.
Danielle came up to me saying that Marcellas told Roddy that Danielle was coming after Roddy.
The way he said it was like my words exactly. Only people are going to tell him it's Marcellas.
I really don't know what's stirring this whole Danielle and Marcellas all of a sudden against each other thing.
Marcellas turned.
You gave up the ghost. You told people my secrets. I don't trust you. Then you have to go. Simple as that. You don't mess with me.
Kiara only thinks about what's good for Kiara. Roddy has been aligned with people whose behavior has been destructive to the house, and the perception in the house was that he was this diabolical mastermind that was using other people to do his will. And that's why he should go.
Kiara, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
I think you're wonderful. And I hope you know that. So, I look forward to seeing you on the outside.
Looking for your beer?
No.
Well, give it to me, Marcellas, if you don't
Oh, I
mind.
might drink my beer in a little bit.
Marcellas, I'll pay you. How much you want?
And I'm like, did you learn anything from your first visit here?
Hey, I pay $50 for beer.
Amy, I wouldn't take $50 from my supposed friend for a cocktail.
I've got like $120 in my purse outside.
Once again, I'm in this position where I have to try to suck it down so that she doesn't become overserved, so that she doesn't look bad.
Marcellas, I love you.
Yet again, Amy's out there. She got a beer in her hand. She done had red wine and white Zinfandel.
Some things never change.
I was like, just give everyone an opportunity to vote you out because you always want to come off like the little lush.
It'd be different if this was like the first time this has happened, but it's happened like 20 times.
It's Hadley! Hadley, I love you!
She seems to want to play this character, the kind of lushy, boozy party girl.
And truthfully, within the context of the game, my friend, it starts making you vulnerable.
I wanted her back desperately, and now I realize maybe that wasn't such a good thing.
You have an opportunity. You were given a second chance in this crazy game. And things that happened before that led up to us being torn apart can't happen again.
I know.
You have to avoid the appearance of impropriety.
I'm not out there bartering. I'm not out there trying to take from people.
And you come in here and you offer me money for a beer. You know that I'd give you anything that you wanted from me, and I wouldn't ask you. I wouldn't take money
That's the
from
thing
you.
that kills me about this house. I can't even joke. I can't even have fun.
You can have fun, but you have to remember that this is work. So even when you're having fun, you're still working.
It's always the same conversation, and it always ends the same way. We love each other.
Okay, you're right. That's fine. Everybody can have mine. I'm sorry.
It's a crazy dysfunctional relationship.
You are so cute. You know, you are just so damn cute.
Jerry's in love with me.
It's a good thing I'm straight.
There, I said it. It's out in the cosmos.
I hope there are many other men out there that feel like that.
Would you look for an old white sugar daddy?
He doesn't have a chance in hell.
It was a little weird.
Had that big ass on my bed, on my pillow, and was picking his feet. Do you know what was the clincher? Did you see him picking his feet?
No, no.
I knew that was going to be a problem for you.
This is where my face goes.
But it's not just that. And he came over and I was laid out like this and I didn't move for him to sit down.
And it forces you down like this. And you're like, desperately. Oh no. It's like the end of the Titanic. And you're like, wait.
The band's still playing.
It's bad enough that he spends his days like staring at me. And he stares at me constantly. Like I look up, whose eyes do I meet? Yeah, I'm easy on the eyes. Stop leering at me every second. And stop looking at me in the shower. The creepiest moment of tape ever must have been that mother leering at me in the shower yesterday. Next thing you know, he's gonna try to step up in the crapper with me.
You don't mind me staying behind you,
No. Although, if two people are in the shower, then the camera comes on.
Yeah.
So back off.
All right, I'll back off.
Believe me, I'm completely accustomed to being stared at. I know when somebody's appraising me. It made me sick.
You know, I think he wants you.
Stop it, Danielle.
He gets in the bed and
Danielle,
lays
stop it. Because I'll leave this house tonight. I will go hit the panic button and run for the hills.
I'm comfortable around Marcellas because, for one thing, I'm very comfortable in my own sexuality. I wonder, though, if Marcellas isn't a little uncomfortable having an overtly straight man as a friend. Hey, go to sleep, pretty boy.
I shall see you later.
I'll talk to you later.
Marcellas, you're safe.
Calvin Klein. Helmut Lang.
I don't think anybody else in this house has been paid for the way that they look. I'm like the most beautiful boy in this house.
Let me ask you something. When you're in the DR, how many times do you turn to the left?
I never turn to the left.
Oh,
I
live videotape.
Ever
my
turn
God.
to the left.
That's because
Roll the tape.
I look good because, you know, I look good.
I mean, I'm not the brightest boy on the face of the earth. I'm not trying to pretend like I am. I'm just really cute.
This is one of my favorite activities on the face of the earth. I love looking at myself. I am never, ever, ever disappointed. I am a very, very visual person, and I like beautiful things. Danielle has a black swimsuit that's like a little dress. That's a 60-year-old woman's swimsuit in Boca Raton at the beach. That doesn't work. If I could burn one piece of Jason's clothes, I would burn his underwear. Lisa has a choker that makes me absolutely positively insane. Roddy has a pair of pleated khakis that are an abomination. Is this like some 1984 like polo ad?
You don't like that?
I love that.
It's fun to watch Marcellas do stylistic stuff to dress everyone. I find it rather amusing he doesn't touch me.
Oh my God. Jerry is my nightmare. Those big black gym shoes that make him look like he has club feet. I could help him. You could put something good on him and make it look right.
Costume National.
When he's giving someone fashion advice, he's serious.
Stay away from my nose! Marcellas, one way Marcellas pampers himself is A, he cleans his apartment. B, he goes to the dentist. Doesn't he like to bleach his teeth?
Who was in peril?
I think it is B.
Oh, he made it!
Who survived? He's perfect like me! Who lives? I got to put him someplace safe.
I don't want you to be lonely.
So Boo won't be lonely. I put him next to Jason's gnome. Everybody likes to sort of hang out with their own. But I'm not gonna let my gnome hang out with Roddy's gnome. Because Roddy's gnome looks like it's on crack or something.
I wasn't aware of my gnome's drug problem.
Roddy's gnome is Boo's bad cousin.
They grew up as best friends and one went off to leave a life of crime.
Roddy's gnome is the gnome that comes over to your house and steals your television.
He's had a troubled past, and I'm doing my best to help him.
I love Boo.
We'll see what happens at the end. We'll see how loyal my gnome is, and his gnome, I think, was using them now. They're in the honeymoon stage. That gnome will be gone one morning. He'll turn over, and that gnome will have left. Not even with a note, not even a rose. I think a gnome's gonna break his heart.
I think Jerry came into the house, yeah, you're a teacher, but I didn't come here to be parented, and I certainly didn't come here to be someone's protege. Amy is funny. Amy is gregarious. Amy is aggressive. Amy is young. Amy's got some growing to do.
Jerry, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
When he left, the gravity of our relationship just hit me, and I really did believe that he was my friend. It was so unreal that he saved me, and I'm here when I wasn't supposed to be. The cold, hard fact is he used the veto and he saved me, and because of him using the veto, I am here. I just felt that responsibility, and I felt the gratitude, and I felt everything, and it was difficult. Goodbye, and take care of yourself. Love your wife, love your children. Go back to school, teach.
The correct answer is true. Congratulations, Marcellas. You are the new head of household. Enjoy your private bedroom and all the privileges that go with it. I'm sure Amy has the key on her.
I couldn't be happier. I'm so happy Marcellas won.
Thank you, Julie.
It would have been nice if I had it this week. It would have been nice to be safe.
I made history. I'm the first one to do it twice. Yeah!
I win head of household. Everybody's going congratulations, but Amy is ecstatic. I think she was actually happier than I was.
I love being first lady.
Quickly to the couch. I am so excited to be HOH because I need so many things.
Oh my God!
When I walked into the HOH room tonight, I found the most amazing thing ever. A picture of myself, my mother, and my two brothers. It made me so happy and sad at the same time.
Oh my God.
I got my pillow and my CD. Ooh, Jill Scott. Who's Jill Scott? Record music, volume 1. Yes. This is my blanket from my house. That's my sister. I found a letter from my sister.
You are a celebrity. Donna also wanted me to tell you she misses you and sends her love. I talked with David as well. He wanted me to tell you to lose the socks with the flip-flops. I only had a page to write, so let me say goodbye for now. I love you and can't wait to see you again, Buzzy. Love, Lorraine.
Yes, great. That letter was so important because, you know, it just let me know that they still love me.
That is
great.
Yours.
Danielle makes no bones about it. She wants to get to the end of the game. That I understand. So I trust her as far as I know. She'll put herself ahead of me each time.
You and I have always talked about sort of making it to the end together.
Absolutely.
And I know your relationship with Jason is incredibly strong.
He brought up Jason. He was concerned about Jason. And I told him that everything was copacetic. And I'm being the biggest scumbag in the world, but I have to keep our alliance a secret in order to survive in this game. If people found out how close I am to Jason, they'll split us up.
Dan, this is my question for you about the game. And
we've always been as honest as I think we could with each other.
Right.
Are you overextended as far as alliances within the house?
No.
No?
No.
As you see, I've nominated you, Roddy, and you, Amy, for eviction. Roddy, I've had a million conversations with you. I love you. Plain and simple, you're one of my favorite people in this house, in this game. Unfortunately, there is still the perception within the house that you've made some bad choices during the game, and you unfortunately still cannot be trusted. And don't have to list bad relationships you've had with people in the past. It's just that when I look around this table, I know I can trust Lisa. I would trust Jason with my life. I trust you as though I was one of your kids. Amy, you have been my best friend within this house. And I cried when you left. I cried when you came back. I cried when they showed a picture of us at dinner. But I have to be honest, since you've come back to the house, we all have talked about people contributing things that are positive and good to the house. I've had many conversations with you in the past about things that I did not personally like. These are conversations that I don't feel you've listened to. And I'm not saying this to hurt you or to be mean-spirited, because I truly love and adore you, and I want you to know that this is not personal, this is not a reflection, this is just more of...
The game.
No, it's not the game. Don't belittle it. To put your key in that box, I would have rather put my own in there. It wasn't about the game. I think that there are things that you miss during conversations. There are chances you have to interact with people that you blow right by. And Roddy said it during his nomination of you, and at the time I did not believe it. Since you've been back in the house, I've seen you do it to each and every person at this table. If this is a game and we want to play it about people who should be here and are trying to play the game in a certain way, you haven't been playing the game kindly. And that tears me apart. And I am not happy to sit here in front of God and these people and anybody who's watching this show and say that. That's all. What I was trying to tell Amy was that she's not playing the game well, was that she's not being a friend, was that she's not being kind to the other people in the house. Hi. Roddy, I am terrifically sorry.
No.
What I want you to know about that nomination is it's not just me. It wasn't just personal. I think it's every person in the house feels that way. I mean, you have to accept responsibility for your own actions. I did not do this to Roddy. Roddy did it to himself. I'm talking about the perception of not just me in the house, but everyone.
Everyone? Is that you too, Danny?
Yep.
Okay. If you had a problem with me, you just should have at least told me.
I told you
But
what happened.
It's not for you to answer.
Yeah, I did.
You said you had no problem with me at all.
No, I said this is the perception that came.
That's not what you said. You didn't. All you said was, I trust you 100%. That's what you told me. I know it. And I experienced it. Well, I know I do. And you at least tell me if there was something. You know, you say that to be straightforward and be honest. That wasn't honest. If you had a problem and you're telling him about something and you lied to me when I ask you if there's a problem, then that's bull. Not being honest.
This is the problem, Roddy. Everybody in the house saw Kiara turn against Lisa for whatever reason. And the only thing that made sense logically was that she was doing
Emotionally,
your bidding.
not logically.
If the people that you're aligning yourself with are criminals, 9 times out of 10 people are going to think that you too are a criminal. There is a power structure around you, people who are around you who are doing bad, and they are doing bad and it is benefiting you. But that power structure is what splashed back on you.
If that's a crime to be friendly with people that were doing something wrong, everything you're saying, excuse me, please.
Roddy,
everything
why
you're saying.
after I came to you and I told you that this is
What was I supposed to do?
the
Not
hugest hit?
talk to Jerry or Josh? Is that what you want?
You could have gone to them and you could have called them out. And you could have walked away from them.
I did call Josh out. You were right there.
So late in the game.
All right, let's find out. Jason, have you gone up to Josh and asked about voting?
I told him point blank that the perception within the house is that he was the powerful one and all these people were doing his bidding.
His perception sucks. He insists he's a star of the show and everybody else is non-existent.
You talk about a nest of vipers. You're the jackal doing that. You saying that this was this way and this was this way. You telling me to my face you 100% trust me when you had a different story going on. That's the nest of vipers. That's the jackal.
Then you're
Hang
the
on, guys. Then
victim of all.
Then guess
And
what?
I'm
Then that's the
sorry.
case. Then that's the case, and you made a bad choice, and I'm fine with it. I honestly, there's nothing you could do. It's a game, and you had to make a choice. I do understand that. I totally and 100% forgive you. I swear, and I truly do, that I don't think the right choice was made. But there's nothing else I can do about that. That's fine.
Okay, that's fine.
And you should be a little more accepting when someone tells you they forgive you when you try to. You should react a little bit more of appreciation when I tell you I forgive.
You tell me in this breath that I'm not supposed to judge you by whatever means, and now you're telling me that I'm not supposed to.
Wait, Marcellas, come here. You just said that if you made a mistake.
So I accept your apology.
Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Please accept my apology.
Of course I do. I thought you were going to come over and give me a pat on the head or something.
It was completely insulting. Here he is being the smart white guy telling the two black people that they're being emotional and they're acting crazy.
Every single person in this house came to me and they said if they won HOH, they were going to put you up. If I didn't put you up, it would have looked like we had a deal on the table or I was conspiring with you when everybody thinks you're conspiring against everybody anyway.
Yeah. Well, you told me you wouldn't do it, so that's all I had to go on. And I know you felt pressured, but you told me to my face you wouldn't do it.
When did I tell you
In the
that I
hot
would
tub,
do
the
it?
date we said was just thrilling, we got a deal. So if we decide to stick it out, no matter what happens,
I'm in.
you're in.
That deal wasn't cemented for me. See, you...
What can I do? You already put me up. It's too late. What good is this doing now? I'm not talking you out of it. I'm already up.
And I'm not going to agree with that.
Okay, you don't have to. Then what was the point? Then what? Nothing was established then?
Nothing.
Okay.
I don't want anybody in this house thinking that I have a deal or had a deal with Roddy. Don't have a deal with Roddy.
I couldn't live in a city that didn't have an open container because I personally just couldn't handle it.
She's drunk. She's obviously intoxicated.
I mean, I really have a big goodbye speech to give because if I'm leaving, I mean, I need to talk and...
She's like slurring her words and she's moving and her eyes are hooded.
You don't understand, Roddy. You don't have dreams.
Every week, somebody shows their true colors and they drive you insane. And Roddy gets another week.
Yep.
Because I swear to God, I'm ready for that girl to leave tomorrow.
I told her last night about her drinking, and I've given her hints along the way. I was on the exercise bike, and she's holding a glass of beer. I sent Roddy inside to get me a water, and Roddy practically ran.
You want Gatorade or water?
You know, if you bring me one of each, that'd be great.
What
Well,
color?
damn, Marcellas,
Red?
you only have one cup holder on the machine.
No.
And I said to Amy, put the drink down.
Put that liquor down.
Take the dress off.
Take that dress off.
Go to bed.
Go to bed.
And as she jumps up...
Amy, listen to me. This is very important.
Let
Your
me
eyes
tell
are
you.
becoming hooded.
Let me tell you something.
Your eyes are becoming hooded.
Let me tell you something.
You're slurring.
Look, let me tell you something. I'm going to do what you want me to do, regardless. Don't.
No. Don't do this. Don't do that to me, and don't do this.
Don't do
it
this to
because
me.
you want to do it.
I don't want to do it.
The thing that drove me, there were two things that Amy did that were, there were so many things. Okay, there were three. If I had to pick, oh God, there were four.
I hate it when you do this to me, Marcellas.
You do it to yourself, Amy.
She goes into the house and she kept individually taking people into the head of household room. What are you doing, Amy? Are you taking people in the head of household room because you're asking them for liquor?
A little sugar into giving you alcohol behind.
No, I didn't.
And she was like, no.
Why do you always hound me?
She lied to me in my face.
Did she get your drink, Jason? That's what, 3 beers?
Guys,
No, she can't drink
guys,
that much.
just please don't make any explosion.
We all talk about it, even Roddy. We all meter her alcohol. We try.
I don't see the hurt in one night. There's some alcoholism in this house.
Hey, Marcellas.
Hi, Julie.
Now, just a reminder, the other house guests cannot hear our conversation, so speak freely.
Thank you.
Now, Amy's been your best friend in the house since early on, but in the past few days, it seems that you've reached new heights in your frustration with her. What's the status of your friendship now?
Julie, it's not frustration with Amy, it's disappointment. It's profound, total disappointment. When you look at the other people that are in this house now and how we treat each other and how we are with each other, there's one thing that sticks out more than any other. And I've told her, I've counseled her, I've loved her.
Do you still love her? Do you still like her?
I love her. And I will love her beyond this game.
But do you like her?
I don't like her that much right now.
Got it.
It's tearing me
I got
apart.
it. Do you regret winning head of household this week?
It was a really, really difficult head of household. It wasn't one that I really wanted. Damn my competitive streak.
Well, this is your second time as HOH. Did you want to be HOH this week?
I might not have wanted to be HOH this week. I'm happy it happened because the picture from my mother and the letter from my sister
sweet.
meant so much to me, and I love my family, and talking to them and just having a little contact with them just...
In the last 5 seconds, Marcellas, who would you like to see win HOH tonight?
Danielle.
Okay.
Danielle.
Well, thank you, Marcellas. You can rejoin the others.
Thank you, Julie.
Thanks. Roddy, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Roddy deserved to go. He wasn't playing well, and he wasn't playing honorably. He could be a cult leader.
The people in the house made me feel a lot better about Roddy being a brilliant player in the house.
It takes a personality that is only about themselves and only wants to see what they want. I hope that he has an epiphany outside of this house when he sees the tapes and he sees how much people cared about him. Roddy, you are one of the most amazing people I've had the honor to meet in my life.
The reason why Roddy knew I was after him is because Marcellas told him.
The problem I have with Danny, I feel like she's worked her agenda too hard.
And I don't like that one bit.
So you have to think, okay, let's play this really good.
I don't like how this is going.
Don't you worry, Marcellas. Well, you know I got your back. Don't burn your bridges. If something happens and he happens to stay, then why piss him off? You got my back and I got your back. Just keep feeding them the piece of meat and hopefully they keep eating it. And you just hope that it works.
So, I nominated Marcellas and Amy. I actually don't have any good reason of why to put you on the block other than the fact that it's a game. I feel like both of you guys are amazing competitors and have played this game very well. Marcellas, I have to say thank you for the numerous times that you've helped me out in this game. And last week, I think everyone here would have to say that you did an amazing thing. And we have to say thanks. So, I feel like scumbag for putting you on the block. Just, it's a game and gotta make a choice. And so I did, but I want to say you deserve the money. And you deserve to take it all the way. And I just say go for it.
I was angry and I felt that Jason's nomination of me was disloyal. Do I feel betrayed by his nomination of me? Absolutely.
I literally thought, well, I'll put Danielle on the block, and you know, and I was just very torn and didn't know what to do. I realized that I hurt him by putting him on the block, and because of that, I feel threatened. But I feel like it's something that I needed to do for Danielle's safety in this game.
God.
Great job, Marcellas. A total of 1 minute, 7 seconds. Congratulations, Marcellas. You have the golden veto. Congratulations.
Dang, that fool won. That fool wants to stay in the house.
The way I think the two of them are playing it, it would end up that both of them would be in the final two and it would be one of us. Why don't we change it and make it the two of us in the final two and one of them?
I am gonna do the art of manipulation. All I want to do, Mars, make it to the end.
All I want to do is make it to the end.
And I told myself, it's me and you at the end, me and you at the end, me and you at the end, me and you at the end.
He would let me go to be with you.
Not if he thinks he has a better chance of winning with you. Ebony would be such a better issue with both of us
On the cover.
I said, if it comes down to me and you and Jason, you know I'm picking you, Marcellas.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
Don't you worry.
And now my real inclination is to let it stand.
He thinks he can honestly beat Amy. Whatever you want to do, Amy's going. If Marcellas does not use the golden veto and he is still on the chopping block, I'm afraid Marcellas will leave Big Brother.
Things work out the way they're supposed to.
Please reveal your decision now.
Marcellas had the golden veto. He had 3 options. He could have saved himself, he could have saved Amy, or just leave it as is.
I've played this game looking out for other people, and I tried to look out for all of you the best I could. Jerry used the veto once for me, and it was the most amazing thing that ever happened to me within this game. My sisters, my brothers, my mama, they're sitting at home and they're like, use the veto, fool! I'm not going to use it.
A moment of sadness came upon me because I knew how it was going to play out. And I was thinking, why, Marcellas? Why didn't you save yourself?
I don't want you to have to decide between them. I don't want you guys to go through the moment that I went through this week. Amy, I love you so much. Bye.
Okay.
You're positive about your move. I will leave it at that. Thank you, house guests, and I'll be back for the live vote.
I did expect him to veto himself. It was a very big decision, a very brave decision.
Unbelievable. I really am shocked that Marcellas didn't use the veto.
The fact that Marcellas left everything as is, the only 2 people who were able to vote was Lisa and myself.
The fact that it was live made it very stressful.
Final thoughts? And please be relatively brief.
Okay. I love you guys all. Vote your conscience, vote your hearts. You know I only have love for you. No hard feelings. Whatever you decide. I'll see you on the outside.
I vote to evict Marcellas.
House guests,
Yes, Judy.
for the second time this season, we have a tie.
Oh my God.
There is 1 vote to evict Marcellas, 1 vote to evict Amy. Guess what, Jason? You are up. As head of household, you will now cast the deciding vote. Please cast your vote to evict either Marcellas or Amy now.
Guys, I'm absolutely shocked to be in this spot, in this situation. And I have given it thought if it did happen, what I would do. And it's just purely game. Because this is a game, and there can only be 1 winner. And after nominating you, Marcellas, the other day, I was just in a mode where I felt threatened. And then when we talked again that next morning, you kind of scared me in the game because I didn't know what I might be looking at. So as harsh and as terrible as it is, you should have used the veto. I'm sorry, but I vote to evict you, Marcellas.
Let me just cut in here and make it official.
The look on Marcella's face, the look of shock, it's ugly,
but you have to do it.
Marcellas, you are now evicted from the Big Brother house.
I'm sorry.
It's a horrible way to go, not even remotely thinking that there's that chance that you might walk out the door. And Marcellus really didn't think that he would. He didn't even have all of his stuff packed. It was horrible. Marcellus, I love you.
We walked Marcellus to the door, and I know that must have been really, really hard for Marcellus.
Marcellus, I love you.
He said, I love you, Amy. Love you, T. Love you, Lisa. And he said, I even love you, Jason.
Sorry.
It hurt me that I stayed and that he went. And I know that he went through the same thing when I left before. So it's a very, very emotional thing.
When it comes down to it, it's Danielle that I'm looking out for.
Marcellas is my friend. But he also was my competitor.
Okay, girl.
When you get this far in this game, and you have to stab friends in the back, you gotta lie to them. A lot of people played this game with honesty, and a lot of people left because of that.
I was fairly confident that we were going to vote to evict Amy.
Lisa and I never had a conversation about our strategy because I never thought that Marcellas was not going to use the golden veto.
The fact that Danielle voted differently than I did, it leaves me very suspicious, and I have a very bad taste in my mouth.
8 down, 2 more to go.
Just dump your stuff, Marcellas.
I feel like I should hug you.
Come over here. Sit down right here. Don't worry about... Bring Boo with you. First of all, Marcellas, I need to do this to you.
Oh, no!
What were you thinking? That's probably from your mother.
That is from my mother. My mother and my sisters are there, and they're like, wow. But you know what?
You are shocked to be sitting here with me
I'm
right
shocked
now.
to be sitting there. I'm not shocked to be sitting here with you because I wouldn't have had this go any other way. Like, I didn't play this game thinking that I would win. I didn't play this game selfishly. I made choices that were probably better for other people than they were for myself. And that's the way I've played it all the way through. So for me to change in that moment wouldn't have been true to me. I would have felt selfish. I would have felt that I did something crazy, or I would have felt that I'd done something that was wrong or unkind. So I did it.
If you didn't play to win, why did you go into the Big Brother house? Why did you sign up?
Because it was an unbelievable opportunity. I went in to learn something more about myself.
And did you?
Yeah.
What'd you learn?
I'm fantastic.
You know what?
I'm fantastic.
You're actually kind of starting to make sense to me right now. I tell you what, Marcellas, this will probably make you feel a little bit better. I see you're waffling right now about how you feel about this, mixed emotions. We asked your housemates to each tape a farewell message to you in the event you would be sitting here with me tonight. So let's listen to what they had to say right over here.
Marcellas, I just want to take this time to let you know how absolutely vibrant you are and beautiful you are.
Absolutely flawless. It's been a pleasure. You are truly, truly the best game player.
I really hope you understand that it's just a game. It's nothing personal. I think the world of you, and I certainly know that there will be a huge void in this house without you.
I came into this house and had no idea what I was doing here or where I was going, and you have defined so much of my stay here. I love you. You have been my best friend.
You are a magnificent person and energy, and thank you for bringing that into my life.
You are perfect, as you always say. You are perfect. You are just a wonderful, amazing, incredible, strong, beautiful person, and I love you so much.
Final thoughts?
Everything I did in that moment, I did for them, so I wouldn't do it again a different way.
You seem really honest to me, Marcellas. You did a good job. You should be proud of yourself. This is not goodbye. I will see you back here in 2 weeks.
Yes, you will.
When you and the rest of the jury decides on who will win Big Brother 3. Who you rooting? Really quick, who are you rooting for?
Lisa.
Lisa? Woo! I need a fan. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Nice job. Thanks, Marcellas.